stronger than we've ever done. Like the sun, we will rise at dawn and never stop until we've won. The time has come, we will rise like the sun, I will never run. We will fight till we won. We will bite, we will smite all through the night. We never sleep, never rest. Put the faith to the test, the self-obsessed, self-confessed, self-professed divinity, nobility. Your God is a fraud, so stop. We're done with the violence and the fury and the cruelty. I said we're done. We will win the war, we'll win the fight, the end's inside. All you see in us is barbarian. All we want is to be equalitarian. We will rock, we will never stop. Standing at the top of the hilltop, we will mock viciously, capriciously. We're tired of assault and the bigotry. You seem so full of wit and chivalry. But we will not beat your door, you'll break. I said we're done. We have fire in our veins and we will break these chains. I said we're done. We won't be ripped apart. You will be burned and battle scarred. We're tired of assault and bigotry. We'll stand and mock you viciously. Through music we captivate. Through songs and words we propagate. We'll mock and smear and slander. Infiltration, propaganda. After years there's finally resolution. It's time to start the revolution. I said we're done.
Everyone, welcome back to the masquerade. We are here with our rapid riders. Masquerade.
Da, 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 da.
The party are here nearly in the center of Cologneonmybutthole, very near to Vinland itself, at a noble masquerade where people are disguised by magic to disguise their races, their visages, in order to have a good time. But the party is not here just to have a good time. They are here to figure out who here amongst these faces is the Hierophant Imperium, Alexus Tremanis, leader of Osmond's clergy. What defenses does she have around her personal secrets, and where is she keeping them? So far, the party have learned the identities of a few, made odd connections here or there, and managed to piss off one very angry-looking furbolg, who they know is Jared Fanningham. As we left, Dewey summoned a swarm of birds to surround the house, peer through windows, and get a really good look at the place, identifying things not just on this floor, but the floor above. Enough to reveal to the party where things are, and as soon as they rejoin the party, everybody will have that information. But for the time being, we had our resident bard wizard and monk rogue approach a couple that have been in enraptured conversation all evening at a table. A woman with a green mask, I know it's orange and red, but there's green elements to it. A green orc woman in deep conversation with a red masked tiefling, who seem to be discussing the evening in a positive light as you approach. Nothing is going quite well. Hello, this is the tiefling speaking to you. Hello, and how can I be of assistance to you?
Hello. Oh,
Wonderful evening, is it not?
Of course it's a wonderful evening. That is a fantastic colour, isn't it?
Well,
wow.
Thank you. Tieflings are rare as they are, but I thought I would liven it up a little bit.
And of course the green really does. They just complement each other. Fantastic.
Sort of does a curtsy in her chair kind of thing. I thought it would be interesting, to say the least. Orcs seem to be so underrepresented in our empire.
Yes. Good choice.
Thank you.
Yes. How is every... Ooh.
I do apologize.
No, you go.
I was merely looking to pay compliments back to yourself with your choice of attire. I do. It's been look towards the other sun elf with the gold mask. I do think that they might be a little upset, but frankly, they could do with taking down a peg.
Oh, really?
I realize they're a little bit on more. Well, there are those who know, and there's those who are finding out. But it is a wonderful evening, is it not?
Of course it is. It's lovely. I love seeing all these different colours. Isn't it lovely? Just
Well,
lovely.
isn't it quite? Colour and magic and
wonderful.
It's been a while since I've enjoyed this kind of evening, and although the colour is not new, the magic itself is, and well, I appreciate it. And they pointedly nod towards the orc woman in green when they say, I appreciate the magic.
I see. How is everybody's evening going?
Rather splendid. I've had a drink, and it was quite lovely. I have noticed people appear to be having a good time and enjoying themselves. So
quite quiet.
Quite well. And the tiefling, I'm having a good time. It's difficult keeping an eye, but you know, I think everybody seems to be enjoying themselves. The music and the dancing, I'm sure, commence shortly, I believe. Not a ball without a proper dance. Do you know? I assume you know some good clothing drinks yourself. I'm not sure which party you're here with, but...
well, that would be telling. But yes, can't wait for the dancing. What is that? What you said, Sam? I couldn't hear you.
Yes, dancing.
Okay, good. Yes, can't wait. Will you be dancing? Would you accept my invitation when I inevitably ask?
I wouldn't dream of turning down a dance.
Brilliant.
No, not me. I will be dancing the night away, I assure you.
Brilliant. And are you two with with a party? I must say, I think I get the vibe that you are. Of course, have your own parties. Of course, you don't have to say. I just can't help myself.
We we have our own friends here. It is difficult to relax with a lot on the line, but it appears people are enjoying themselves, which is good. I'm glad that things are going well. You can make me an insight check. I'm going to say on a 22 or higher, you pretty much get who this person is based on what they're saying here.
Taxis is doing it as well.
How would you wish to try and assist on an insight check?
Definitely not. Well, you can.
I'm going to say,
you can roll your own, maybe.
I'm going to say, Sarah, think of a question that you can ask this person that might reveal a bit more information that would give advantage to this, if that makes sense. If I judge it as something that would help, definitely.
I don't like the on-the-spot thinking.
Do you not want to just roll yourself?
That's what
I was going to say, can I just roll it myself?
If you can't think of any question, like if you can't think how you would give, you can tell me how you can think you can give advantage, you can help on the insight check. I'm just trying to think of the simplest way of you eking out more information. I'm not going to just say you can give the help action.
I wasn't planning to give the help action, I was just planning to roll it.
Oh, you want to roll it instead? Okay.
I just want to roll.
I'm going to say you are being quite an observant here.
Yeah, she's here with me.
You know, I think you both make insight checks, if that makes sense.
That's
You're both trying to figure this out independently.
Been 16 minimum.
Yeah, I got a 10.
Neither of those are enough to tell outright who this person is. 16 is enough to realize, first of all, they must be one of the named people on the list. The fact that they're talking with each other means probably they're both people that were named on the list, rather than, like, associated people. And they're definitely both people who are very interested in making sure that this night is a success.
One is loud, one is quiet.
At this point, the jester individual, the person dressed in my motley dress, runs over and leaps over a chair and sort of lands on the other side of a chair in a very display of acrobatics. And said, "Oh, what a wonderful night we're all having!"
Well, I love you. I love it.
Isn't it just? They turn around like bells jingling as they do so. You can see they are dressed as a do-elf, with just pointed ears, just a do-elf, but they let their attire do the talking, and their mask is this combination of almost like what's a proper name for like jester, Harlequin sort of pattern.
Diamonds.
Like checkered harlequin, diamond, checkered diamonds kind of thing.
Interesting.
Before they sit back down on the desk, just you look like you're all having a very interesting conversation.
Wouldn't you love to know?
Yes, I would.
Great! So would I. Aren't we just talking about all the colour and fantasticness?
Isn't it amazing? All the colour in the air. Oh, I love it so much. But does it really need all the magic? Colour is colour. It doesn't need to be magic.
Really though? We wouldn't look like this otherwise.
Oh, I've got little points on my ears. I'm pale anyway, I assure you.
Oh. Well, I do have a great tan now, which I would not have had before, so I am grateful for that.
Oh, brilliant! But no, let's be honest with each other. Why the magic? It doesn't have to be this way. We all know that it's not good. We all know it's against the word.
Well, if you don't like it, then take your mask off so we can see who you are.
Only if you do as well.
Oh, that is naughty. That's crazy. This person's crazy.
Together, on three, should we both take our masks off?
Oh no, I actually like it. That's not in the spirit.
Boil.
Naughty.
Okay. Well, I shall keep my mask on as well. Mustn't betray too much. After all, it is a masquerade.
Of course. What is the point of going to a masquerade without a mask?
Yes!
I am very funny. Yes.
You can see the red and green, the Hulk and the Tiefling are like, they almost like passive insights. They a bit of like irksome, but also a little bit of fear towards this individual.
Interesting.
A healthy amount of what's going on? Well, let us wait for the dancing. Surely that'll be the highlight of the evening. I cannot wait to see the cavalcade of races here, all intermingling. Oh, what a joy.
You do look like you would be a very good dancer.
I am, darling.
Amazing.
I must ask for your first dance.
Yes, if I am not drinking that amazing champagne, then of course I will be there. I would love to dance with you.
Tiefling goes, Oh, I thought I was going to be your first dancer.
Ugh. Oh no, some tension. I think we can all dance with each other. Isn't that the way things work?
But who will be the first, darling? Who is going to have the honor of... What was your name again?
Me?
Mm,
Francis.
Francis. Well, Francis, call me HarleQuinn.
I will HarleQuinn, darling. I love it.
Oh, it looks like... And you see as an individual steps towards these instruments that have been playing themselves in the corner and begins to mutter an incantation towards them very pointedly. This woman in the top right. So it's like a band stage up here. And you see them begin to retune themselves into... You might recognize as a common Cologneon like dance of nobility, sort of like a lead into a waltz almost thing. It's like, oh, I do so love this dance. And the HarleQuinn extends her hand towards you.
I love it. Okay,
Oh, boy.
cool. Yeah. To me,
Yes, you promised me the first dance.
I did, but then the red tiefling is so sad. Oh, beautiful. Are we going to be the first? Amazing. Thank you so much. I'll definitely join.
People are taking their
them.
places.
Yes, I'll join them.
Okay. They
Glance
move
at
themselves
Tax
here.
is like, oh no. Yes.
You see a few
30
individuals
seconds.
begin to take the floor. I would say at a glance, you see this individual that I've moved, I'm going to replace because they are of particular note in their attire. You see an earth elf man with a vibrant purple mask. They take the floor alongside the man with the diamond, like studded mask. You see the white gold mask comes here, and you see this individual stand up to dance. You see a woman with she is disguised as a dwarf with a white verging on pink, enough to be pink mask. Having not had the honor of your hand, the red masked tiefling stands up to dance with the green masked tiefling. The gold sun elf walks up to you, Taxes.
Don't do that. Can't
May
be
I have
rude.
the honor? I believe we can dance your friend under the table.
It's a dance-off.
Oh, girl. Okay.
Step up.
The honour's all mine.
She extends her hand, and you go right next to those individuals there. They're still like tuning of the instruments, like this introduction, and it is loud, and people are aware of it from this place. Zeke and Halite, you see with a boom clashing through his doors and a bit of a stagger, Boris Panat in his bone white mask. A dance is starting! And he starts barreling his way over here, trying to find a partner.
As he walks past me, could I sleight of hand trip him?
Go for it. Make a sleight of hand check. I'm gonna roll. He's not. It's his passive perception
This
at disadvantage.
poor man.
Poisoned.
That's
Yeah.
20.
20. He goes fucking arse. He doesn't like splat. He's arse with a tea kettle and just like slams into the wall.
Concussion number 3. Concussion number 3.
Surprisingly, manages to put his hands in front of his head. He's like, I remember that one. You put your hands in front of your head and then you don't go to sleep.
Oh dear, are you alright? I'm so sorry.
It's okay. It's my fault, I'm sure. My, you're big.
Definitely heard
At
that
this
before.
point, you see a yellow-masked tabaxi woman coming out from the corridor. And there is an intense stare between the blue furbolg and the yellow-masked tabaxi.
And since I'm in the middle, I'm just like... me?
Walking through this door at that point, you see a familiar, flaming-haired, Genasi man, sorry, word escaped me for a second, but you know is Lilac. Arm in arm with the black-masked, bald-headed Goliath, as they are making their way towards the dance floor. And indeed, join the dance floor at that point. Looks like there's room for maybe one or two more couples. Boris is like, I should probably stop this nosebleed before I start dancing.
Let me take you to the bathroom.
Yes, this is a good idea. Thank you.
And
where is Dewey? Is Dewey still? I think Dewey's probably still outside of the
Yeah.
pond, just taking in the whole environment.
I
again.
would, yeah, like upon hearing the music, I'd know that I think I would know from things that would have happened
you've
at the manor.
been outside enough and the manor enough to overhear dancing lessons to know what this is.
Yes, yeah. Well, I wonder if I could posit would me like when the parents were off, would Colleen have taught me anything?
Oh,
I think
please.
Colleen would have taught you steps of the dance. Yeah.
Anything you wanted to know, I'm
Cool.
sure.
Cool. Yeah, and like I said, I would from that point be like, okay, cheers guys, be birds. Just let them like scatter, have a load of them like land on the roof, I guess, and to just try and avoid mass detection, which I might have done to endanger the entire operation, but otherwise I'll be like, oh, I should probably go inside because there's dancing.
Yep.
And,
If you're coming inside, there is a moment where Jared walks towards his daughter and extends a hand and says, "Would you invite me? Would you like to dance?" And you see as just like the ears bristle on this tabaxi woman as you step out. Actually, I already have a dance partner. I must apologize. Maybe on the next card. And she grabs your arm into hers.
what, mine or one of
Yours. Colleen grabs your arm. Unless you resist, she drags you onto the dance.
No, let's go for it.
I'm going to wander along to my large compatriot and go, I really need the bathroom, so maybe you can help this gentleman go for a dance. And I'm going to grab Boris and start leading him away. Enjoy, highlights.
Taking me, huh? No, okay. And we are left with Halite and Jared Farringham. Who is staring daggers towards the small child that has been the bane of their evening thus far, and looks towards you, who they clearly know. You know that child?
I met him at the party, but not. I don't know them. I don't know who he belongs to.
Make a deception check. I'm going to give you advantage here, because his mind at this point is just boiling with rage. He's
I
not
already
taking
had advantage
things in.
on deception.
Good.
That's 17.
17. He has proved to be very irksome and loud-mouthed about matters he understands very little.
Well, I hope he at least has a room here, because...
I hope he does not. I do not wish to share a building with him any longer than I need to.
Has he... You seem quite irksome towards the child. What's he done?
Shall we dance? He puts a hand up towards you, and you take the floor together at the top, and there's no more room in here anymore. Everybody participating in the dance, everybody but Zeke. The music starts. If you have And I'm going to say definitely Diana and definitely Dewey, because you both have... Because you're a bard and you've definitely learned some dances, and because you have spied on nobles and been taught how to do this, you may make this with proficiency, and if you already have proficiency in performance, you may make that expertise, you may double your proficiency bonus, and this is a dexterity performance check.
How was that?
Everybody else, if you do not know this dance, this is just dexterity performance. Because if you have never done this dance before, you have no special training in this. If you would like to argue a case of, and like add to your backstory for me now, absolutely, you can do that. Just tell me how you know this dance. It's a fairly common Colovian dance, but generally amongst nobility.
Is it in the smutty book that I gave
It is not in the
say
smutty
it.
book. At least the steps of the dance are not in the smutty book.
Is it mentioned in the smutty book?
I would say probably at some point in the smutty book there is reference to what I'm going to refer loosely to as the Colovian waltz.
I'm not.
I-
Sorry.
Can I argue that Diana would have taught Taxes the smutty dance?
The smutty book
I'm
dance.
going to say yes. I'm going to say yes. I'm going to say that at some point in your nights of planning, your nights of deciding what to do, music was played as you taught the steps of the Colovian waltz.
I'm not a bard, but I
Mhm.
have performed quite a lot on stage. Not this particular dance, but probably just dance casually. Would I get anything from that?
I'm going to say you are able to intuit steps a little bit better. I'm going to say at least at half of your proficiency bonus, because you don't know the specific dance, but you're able to intuit a little bit more.
I already have proficiency in performance.
Okay, then what is your proficiency bonus at the moment? Is it plus 3?
15.
Okay.
My proficiency bonus is 3.
Okay,
But
I'm going
my
to say
performance is 5.
I'm going to say add 2 to the roll.
Cool.
You don't know the dance, but you are very good at intuiting these kind of movements. You are a performer by nature.
Cool.
So adding expertise is just how what you add.
I'm
Double
sorry, yeah.
proficiency.
So plus 6 for performance proficiency, plus your dex bonus, plus the roll.
So if I've got proficiency now, this would be a +5. This is
So
dex.
so if your dex is plus 2,
Dex is +3.
plus 3, so add your proficiency because you've been taught this specific dance. So plus 6 on this roll for you.
Okay.
So
It's because Halite does not know this dance, but is this sort of natural performer. I'm giving him part of the bonus. I'm trying to...
Mashing.
Cool.
So I've
Yeah.
already got performance as a proficiency.
Yeah, so you're getting a expertise essentially in this specific moment, so you have plus 6 to the roll. Plus 6 to the proficiency addition, so it's your dex performance, if you already have it, add your proficiency twice, if that makes sense. It's made a lot more sense in my head.
Okay.
So
I'm gonna okay, that's I'm good. Okay.
Am I
So-
adding my dex on top of my charisma modifier?
if everybody just rolls their...
I'm just gonna roll.
No, you're not adding a charisma, you're just doing dex.
Cool.
This is not about your charisma and your ability to hold yourself in conversation and your way to come across. This is about your ability to move yourself, but it is performance in this instance.
So that would be a +5 to this because I already got a
Plus 5.
performance.
So you got a 9 total.
Yeah.
So
13 total.
I'm still quite confused. So plus 6 plus the plus 3.
Plus 6 plus your dex bonus.
Yeah.
And then roll a d20.
That is a 25.
25.
I think. Yeah.
She got moves.
Cool. And
Me and
do
this
it.
jester are
Okay.
gonna be fucking fantastic.
18. I got
18. Okay. So
Sweep
here's
that
what
cat off her
happens.
feet.
Taxes. You step on your partner's feet a couple of times as she tries to maneuver in a way that she overtakes the dance of the one who is in the same costume as her. And
Oh yeah, I'm
whether-
doing that. Can I do
Oh,
that on
hun.
purpose then? As soon as
Yes,
you
I'm
fight
gonna say-
outside in Diana, I'm fucking doing that on purpose.
There's a moment where you realize you cannot do this, and so you intentionally switch into fucking this up as intentionally as possible. You spin her in the wrong way, you dip at the completely wrong time, and she nearly loses her balance. You're definitely the worst dancing pair in this room, but you are orchestrating this, and it's intentional. There's a moment where you maneuver her deftly enough that she trips on your gown, and it looks like it's entirely her fault. Halle manages to keep a bead. They do not take the lead. Jared clearly knows what he's doing a lot more than you.
Yes.
And so you follow the sort of the lead of Jared. You dip, you dive, you keep in pace. It's a concentrated thought of like, okay, we're swaying this way, and moving my feet. Definitely a couple of feet out of place, but you're able to keep a pace with most people here. Dewey, you and Colleen are center stage for a while of it, in the middle, keeping the waltz, like, the footwork is perfect. It's just precise rhythm that you have worked out together. You are careful at the same time to maintain the illusion that you are as tall as your illusion says you are, and so is Colleen, as you maintain this waltz in the middle of the room. She just seems happy that people are paying attention to you, or at least the pair of you, if that makes sense, in this room at the moment. Especially because she is dressed as a tabaxi and everybody is paying attention to them, but also because of the moment that you two are sharing here. And for probably the first third of this dance and the first third of this music, all people are paying attention to is this.
I'm so
There
sorry.
is a moment where you spin away from each other, and as you do, there is a large spin and a choreographed flying arms go up as Diana and this HarleQuinn have overtaken the entire dance floor together. They are not just getting the footwork on point, they are adding soul to it. They live and breathe this dance. There is a dirty dancing moment where the HarleQuinn lifts you in the air and spins you around. The mage that is controlling the magic instruments changes it to match the tempo of what you are doing before the end. And it is your dance as the HarleQuinn bows deep to you. And there is a raucous applause to the whole dance. None of you particularly sticked out as being particularly bad apart from taxes. And she is just like looking towards you, like eyes glaring. It's like, you do not know how to dance.
I never said I could dance.
Who are you?
Someone who can't dance.
Someone who cannot dance.
Noted. And she turns away and storms off out of the room. As people are not paying much attention to that and are paying more attention to the middle of the room. As the HarleQuinn and Diana are bowing deeply and like, oh, thank you, thank you. Oh, just there's a little ditty. All credits to my partner, of course.
You are far too kind.
As I'm clapping, I'm going to just lean into Jared. They clearly came here together. It was all, even the music started going faster. They must have orchestrated this.
I mean, they could have made it a little less obvious.
Continue clapping.
As they're stumbling on, can I do like an insight to see if they're wearing anything obvious on their clothing, like maybe an amulet, something to give a hint to who they are?
The golden masked sun elf. Make a investigation or perception. I would say perception to just sort of catch something. Actually, no. This would be investigation. This definitely would be investigation.
18.
18. As they walk off with purpose, Things that you catch about from this moment, just trying to break down this character, almost like a Sherlock Holmes slow time moment. The way they're moving, the way that they are moving and storming away, military, not quite military, practiced military, like they are trying to make themselves more military. Given the situation, probably a conscript mage. Self-important to a key, and certainly the way that they have portrayed themselves in goals, think that they are very important, probably on the guest list as for like one of the named people. 18. Probably the way that they have not made attempts to talk with many other people other than yourselves. Probably not this Teo Go character, who seems to be the one who... Actually, no, you do not know that because Dewey's not had a chance to disclose that. But probably almost like auxiliary, one of the people who were invited along but don't have like a lot of ties to the host. So if you had more information about who was here because they were like important, who was here because they were tied to the host through friendship, and who was here because it was important to invite more mages, probably the person who was just here because it was important to invite more mages. And that's what you get as they're walking away.
Teo Furrow.
Cool. Now all we need now is Taxi to dance with literally everyone else, and
Yeah. Yeah, badly. I don't know if they will accept the dance the second time.
I'm going to say HarleQuinn is not done with this conversation. I simply must meet more people here, darling. You dance spectacularly.
Thank you. I would. Do you? You know everybody here, don't you?
You would know, and in case this is forgotten to the party, that the jester, the HarleQuinn, was pointed out as somebody who is probably in Alexus Tremanis' close friends.
Yeah. Close friends, I see. I see.
Or at least invited as part of their specific guests.
Well,
you could tell that by the way he hates magic. They hate magic. So.
You seem to know everybody here. Why, yes. Why don't we go and talk to everybody? Introduce me.
Everyone. Well, I don't know everyone. I can introduce you to people I know, darling. Well, let me introduce you to people you might find interesting conversations with the leather.
Of course. I like it.
They extend a hand towards you and begin walking away before they notice whether or not they've taken your hand or if you decided to leave it.
I take
as
it.
people sort of retire to the tables before the next dance probably commences.
Right to the dance as the guy leaves.
So as Diana is a particularly bad at this, is there a vibe? Like, are they? How do I word it? Are they like
vibe check?
Vibe check. Are they like? Could they be just like really flamboyant? Are they like attracted to her in any way, or are they? I don't know.
Insight is definitely a vibe check in D&D.
Vibe check. Diana is, as we all know, particularly bad at that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's not that bad. 15 vibe check. That's a decent.
You
vibe
don't
check.
gather attraction, well, at least not any kind of romantic or sexual attraction. It seems to be more that they are extremely interested in you.
Yeah.
Because you have been interesting conversation and incredibly good at dancing. Something they seem to hold in high esteem. And they have almost made you their pet for the evening. This person's interesting, their mind for the evening kind of situation.
Taxes. Mad.
That very sort of like narcissistic, oh, I'm important, you interest me, you're mine for the evening kind of
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
They will take you hand in hand towards this dwarf woman with the pink mask who's going to sit over here. They sort of like... Sun elf, dwarf, meet, be merry, interesting conversation, please. The dwarf looks up at you with very stoic eyes. Like, you saw her dancing, she was pretty good. Not a foot out of place, but not soul to it, if that makes sense. Not the same level, like, not quite Dewey's level of sort of... There was soul there, and interest. You can't even remember who her dance partner was, because it was just like, we're doing the dance correctly, not we're doing the dance because we're having fun.
Did you say a dwarf and a... Just a dwarf?
A pink-masked dwarf woman.
Ah, yes. Pink mask. Okay, cool. Hello.
Hello. This is interesting conversation, is it?
Oh, tough crowd.
I can't remember what the jester said, to be fair.
The jester makes a big... Oh, give it time. You're such a bore. She is one of the best dancers I've had the pleasure of dancing with at any such event like this. And you, more than anybody, could use just a little bit of lightening up. Come on.
Shit.
The dwarf looks towards you and goes, how are you enjoying the festivities?
I am enjoying them quite a lot. How are you enjoying them, though?
I am also enjoying myself. I could do without some of the excessive accoutrement, but here we are.
17 carpets.
Not your style, then.
Not the accepted style.
Can I, so the jester's gonna be just, like, looking the whole time, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
At that.
Absolutely enraptured, like, ping pong table between the two of you.
They know that we are polar opposites. Brilliant.
They intentionally put it together.
Okay, well, if they're friends with the jester, I can ramp it up like a little bit, I suppose.
No one said they were friends.
No, as in they accept this person into their entourage, I guess. I saw you dancing. Very good. Very good.
Thank you. I've not had much occasion for it, but brings back my youth.
I do wonder. Oh, sorry.
I saw you dancing as well. You certainly had a lot of soul with my dear HarleQuinn here.
Yes, I dare say we fed off of one another, and it became quite a spectacle.
A lot of energy between the two of you to go around.
It was very good. I haven't danced like that for a while.
It's important to enjoy oneself. It's important to appreciate the Empire provides, especially in these times.
Of course, and I do appreciate it, of course. I do say, if I was to ask you to dance at any time this evening, would you dance?
A performance like that, how could I refuse?
And I will, like, hold out. Is there dancing right now? Is it weird?
There appears to be like a slight break between like, this dance and the next.
Okay. Then I dare say, if you'd like, you'd be my next partner.
Well, I hold myself in high esteem to be next on your ticket. The Harlequin is just like sat up, knees on their chest, just rocking back and forth, like enjoying the conversation, but awkward, like back and forth.
What kind of mask are they wearing? Is it particularly like is all of this quite boring? Is it like
Make an insight check.
Oh god, here we go again. I had one good one. Oh, there it is. It's not a 1, it's a 2. It's a 3 altogether.
3.
It's boring.
It's a very plain mask. That's about all you get from her
Oh,
attire.
pink in it, yeah.
It's pink, but like it's white that is just with the faintest rose tint of pink. It's a very, very plain mask.
I do like your mask. It's not garish.
I will take that as the compliment I believe it was.
Of course, of
I
course.
do not mean to exacerbate or over-reward the idea of this variation upon an ancient tradition of masquerade.
Not your thing?
Magic? Not my thing. There are so much better paths to enlightenment and learning. If only we could encourage that a bit better rather than relying on ways that have caused such harm and devastation.
I think people don't see past that, though. They see the frivolous fun behind just by putting the mask on, pretending to be somebody else for a night.
Easily done with simple chalk and plaster, I assure you. We need not pretend to be these things.
Things.
The lesser races.
I must say, I am enjoying the skin complexion that the Sun Elf will give me, but tomorrow is another day.
Indeed. One would not betray their humanity for 3 hours in the sun.
Exactly.
Harlequin, do escort me around your room. I require some refreshment. It is interesting to make your acquaintance.
Of course.
Sun Elf.
And of course the next dance isn't that far away. Don't go too far,
Surely
please.
not. I will not. I will remain in the room.
Thanks.
And they begin to leave.
God.
I think it's important to connect with
Oh.
Zeke, who, during that dance, escorted Boris off to a lavatory to help clean themselves up. What did you do in that time?
So, where is the lavatory?
There are a few. There is one that is down here, where Goldwoman went after the dance. There is one, if you ask as well, that is right down this corridor up on the upper right side of the map.
I'm more inclined to see whether I can possibly go upstairs with him.
Okay. If you go to this staircase here, one of the guards will sort of step forward and say, whoa, 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 whoa. Unfortunately, nobody is allowed upstairs during the festivities of this evening. Once the evening has adjourned, if you have been allowed upstairs, and obviously with your mask to show that you are welcome, then...
Can I take my friend to the bathroom? The other two are full and he's bleeding everywhere.
I'm Boris Pernat, and I need to clean myself up.
I'm just gonna look at him and say, he's a little worse for wear.
They look down at the small child.
I'm gonna put on the real innocent, like, please.
Thank you, young man, for bringing Mr. Panatch to us. You did very well. We will take him to his chambers. You're welcome to rejoin the party. We're going to make sure he's okay. Well done.
No problem. Is there anyone else looking at this situation at the moment?
There's a couple of lords and ladies in here. I say lords and ladies as a generalization for noble people.
Is there anyone looking?
Looking directly at you, no.
Cool. So then as he goes up the stairs, if there's like a plant pot or anything, I'm going to make a... Oh, that's where I left it. And I'm going to lean down and use Mask of Many Faces to bring a mask very similar to my supposed sister's, but of what looks like cast iron.
Mm-hmm.
And I am going to slowly hover around here because I want to figure out which direction Boris is being taken, so I can try and eliminate one of the rooms as to where I can assume the rest of them shouldn't be.
You see Boris being taken up the stairs. These stairs here. I'm going to say he has a trail of these two guards over here. They take him upstairs, and if you look on the map below, can get Roll20 to work properly for me. Rather than making them stretchy, I just want them to move, Roll20. Well, they're stretchy now.
That's fine.
We all have to live with that. They ascend this spiral staircase. You see them go around the corner and say, "Oh, well, the Upper West Wing, I always loved it. Can you get me some shrimp?" And they go through there. I will say it's easy enough to intuit from that the Upper West Wing of the entire upper floor, well, the Upper West Wing being the upper floor, West Wing, East Wing, sorry.
That's fine.
The right-hand side of the map, everything on the upper right-hand side of the map is Pinat, essentially. They own this house. This is theirs, and they are staying on the second floor, or the upper floor, on the right-hand side. Everything else is very much could be guests, could be anything.
Fine, that's enough information to eliminate 1/4 of the possible living quarters.
Yep.
Right.
So with that, then I will... Who is the least? You're all on the sodding dance floor.
Yep. I'm not anymore.
Just gonna wander in, just look at this cavalcade.
People are sitting down. Some people are like fluttering themselves with fans. Some people have gone near the windows and opened them up for like the cool winter breeze, help cool them off.
Where is taxes?
Currently, I believe we will cut to, as it looks like, Taxes, Dewey, and Halite convening to talk about what's happened so far, potentially, in the middle of the dance floor there.
If that's
just right in the middle.
Are you at which table are you at? You're over here.
I was here, yeah. I'm here, and then the dwarf and the harlequin have just gone.
Yeah. So I will ask someone passing by for champagne or whatever they're willing to actually give this child.
You're not Mask. Are you the same height as a child, or are you taller than you are?
Still height, exact same height as I was.
Okay.
I'm not introducing someone randomly new at this point. It's intended to look crude, so it is.
Yeah.
Like if you want to get it changes my eye color or something
Yeah.
like that. So something that a petulant teenager would just go, yeah, I'm different now.
Yeah. The waiter looks towards you, looks and goes, "You are, unfortunately, sir, you are definitely too young to be having this. There are many savoury snacks." I've got a natural 20 on them, trying to look.
Just gonna look at him and just go, believe
Oh
me,
my
it's
God.
not for me.
Oh my god. Roll a natural 20.
You did.
That is a very interesting gnome costume there, sir. I like the boldness of it, if I may say so. But you are clearly that young child I saw earlier, so unfortunately I cannot give you any drinks this evening.
Could I ask for a favour then?
Of course.
Would you mind taking some champagne over to the lovely young elven lady over there who has worked up quite a sweat on the dance floor?
Of course I can.
And
Are
then
you
that
with
way
us?
I can sit, and then I can sit down next to her and proclaim that I brought it across, but I got a servant to do it instead. I'm
Of course.
just gonna grind my teeth as every word of that came out of my mouth. Just
Yep. Move yourself where you wish to be. You all see in this moment, sort of as you're discussing, I'm going to let you have the conversation in the middle, but you all see that a guard has come in, and you think you recognize him from when you arrived, and they are looking around the dance floor with a piercing look, like trying to figure something out, looking around
Shit.
in the doorway here.
I am going to, having seen taxes not quite cut it, I'm gonna be let's go. Because they're not playing music at the moment, are they?
It's a light trill of music in the background, very much like background noise, not another dance number.
It's lo-fi.
Yeah.
Can I show you some, as in, like, if anyone else is milling by, I can be like, can I show you some of the steps?
Yeah, you seem to not have been as practiced in it.
We did that.
You imagine what walks like one
it's
is not
gonna be-
coming back up, but something else probably on the horizon, so you could definitely teach some basic steps of the other ones in this moment, if that makes sense.
Yeah, and use
really
that
insulted
basically
by now.
as in to get so we can get close enough that it's
Yeah,
not really-
cover for the conversation of why
Yeah.
Yes, let us men show you how to dance, maybe.
yes, let us men show this
Wow.
woman how to dance.
Wow.
Otherwise, what use is she to society?
I will maintain, in the
Oh.
Colonial
You know-
Empire,
you know how-
sexism is not as big a problem as
No,
it was in the
that's
British
true.
Empire.
That's
Racism is much worse, but sexism is not as...
You remember
if
the
I'm
sad
wandering
part?
past at this point, even in my disguised shitty kid will want to crawl inside himself.
You remember the sad part when Taxes was staring daggers at Zeke? That is what fucking highlight and Dewey is seeing right now.
Hey, I'm using it as cover just to pretend to offer some help while I can fucking talk to you without suspicion.
I'm not. Are your feet broken?
And so
Are your feet broken?
Can you dance this in this direction? Ah.
It's probably at the same time as the conversation with you, the Harlequin and the Pink Dwarf.
I am not broken. That person was trying to show up Diana, and that cannot happen. So no.
So, yeah, and in trying to teach Taxes some dance moves, I would just use that to get in a little closer for
Yep. Here we go.
to ship this motherfuckers. No,
I ship it. I ship that. I fucking
I
ship it
don't.
all.
I don't.
I ship it all.
0 ship is happening here.
Doran is not.
I pull the anchor.
To just lean in and just like quietly be like, there were loads of birds outside. It was weird. They were landing on all the windowsills.
What are you doing?
No, birds outside, wink. What the fuck are you doing?
The inside person, the spy,
Just
the fuck
showing you some moves.
What did you do?
As I'm talking about, as I'm making idle conversation, I'm just like rubbing my nose, doing very, very subtle hand signs to try and convey a message to Taxis without actually saying anything.
Are they? You can't dance.
Are you okay? Do you need help?
You
Are
can
your
dance
feet
if
broken?
you want to. We can leave your friends behind.
Taxis can't dance.
But no, it's more like if I'm holding my wine glass to my face, I'm like, duh, duh, like using my fingers to like say something. Yeah, it's like
God, I want to
silver
leave
guy,
right
the owner to the place.
As soon as you bring that champagne, it's like down.
I didn't hear what was said then.
Sorry.
Not much.
It's the party, you know. That's why you couldn't hear me. I said the silver guy knows the owner to this place.
Do we know who the owner is? The owner is the one with the diamond mask, isn't it?
No, the owner is the host, Captani Alvor Penat, the father of Boris Penat.
Yeah, the diamond guy
I
is
thought
the
that was the
tire
brother.
guy.
The diamond guy is the House Tyree. I think Dewey's the only one who knows that.
Yeah. I basically would say like
Halibut.
be like, oh,
Halibut Tyree. I'm
Fish.
going to
top tip.
in this moment. I'm going to say that it's party knowledge now, and I'm going to make that displayed clearly.
Yeah. I'd just be like, top
shit.
tip.
It's Halibut.
The diamond mask is Halibut Tyree.
Halibut tire. Halibut tire.
No, I
Tar.
don't really know. Well, no. Do I know anything about? Do I know anything about that name at all?
Make a history check. Colleen gave you a lot of info. They're not a well-known house. They're not landed, but they have properties. If that makes sense.
11 plus nothing. 11.
11. Beyond that, you don't know any more than Colleen does. As a noble herself, you imagine she probably knows the most of what there is to know.
So I don't actually know who that is, but ball a mask though.
Well, if we're sharing secrets, my dual friend, that person over there, and I point to
The white gold masked
No.
individual. Nope.
Puka. That's the fucking name.
The
Jesus.
half Puka. Yes. Yeah.
Oh yeah, artificer.
Puka is is a mage who is in party who wasn't on the named list, so they're no one of import, as far as I can tell, anyway.
And the one
Which is
with me is a mage as well.
I'm gonna put that. She was currently in the bathroom. Just gonna reveal the bathroom area as she steps out.
I think she's a conscript mage, right?
It's important mage. It's just on the named list.
Make. I'm gonna
mage?
say make an investigation check at the moment to figure out
the
who she is.
life-saving one.
Half to save me time.
17.
The way that she has not been particularly like going around and talking to people, she's probably not the conscript mage that saved the life of that person. Gathering information together, you gather that she is a Teo, which was the sort of second on the list Imperial conscript mage.
Teo
What
Guro?
her like learning is, what her particular study or discipline is. You're not sure, but an imperial conscript, yeah, a Teofurl. You gather is the golden-faced elf.
Yeah. Alexus.
You have made a guess, and you are correct.
So my next dance is with Alexus.
What?
Yeah.
Alexus Tremanis herself.
Which one? Sorry, was the dwarf
The
one?
dwarf that I was
Yeah.
talking to about the dancing with the plain mask. Hates it. She does hates it.
As plain as possible,
upwards,
because she
hates the
hates
magic.
all the magic.
Yeah.
Is very much a friend of this HarLeQuinn individual, which you know is a friend of her.
Tremanis.
And is currently
Acquaintance?
stood at this top table, surveying
I mean,
the evening.
she's a grumpy, straight-faced, say it how it is, and the jester's a fun-loving comedy mischief maker. I smell a sitcom if ever I smell a sitcom.
Sam, could you remind me? Are we trying to get Lalek to read Tremanis's mind, or
Yes, you now know who Alexus is. You can point Lelek towards her.
Yeah. Well, I do.
So if that is being conveyed to me, then because we're
I'm
all
good.
I
here,
will if
and
you're coming over
Mhm.
and sitting down and things.
yes.
Let's
Because
move you around this
because-
table. This table over here.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm
are
going to move
we?
this, this
Are we all
lord away
sat?
because he
Are we
does
all
not-
sat together? Is that
Should we
dumb?
sit together? And the Lord's like, I'm just gonna go.
He's just like awkwardly like, yeah, and then just moves away from the table.
He's too
Um,
small and bigger.
I would say you can fully open to be aware to your surroundings, but that is currently how you are arranged. If that makes
Okay.
sense.
Then yeah, we can talk about it. Can we put Lelek's name on that?
It
It
is.
is. You just can't
he's
see
just
it.
behind someone.
Ah, okay, cool.
I'm gonna put him here so I could potentially put a name on White Gold Guy if I need to.
The white gold guy. I thought that was that was the artificer.
No, the artificer's
no.
here.
No, that was the other one, wasn't it? Yeah,
Artificer was
the blue dot
extra
next to
almost.
Jared.
Oh yes. Oh yeah, the warrior person.
Yes.
Yes,
From
this
Okay.
is a warrior person who seems to know the host very well
Knows
from
the host
birth,
very
from
well,
childhood friend of.
but is not a mage.
Is not a mage, childhood friend, seems to be noble.
Who else is like quite old on the list? Who's Graham Imra?
Graham Humra is a minor noble that does not seem to be associated. It's sort of Clovia, but some kind of connection to Fenrion. The other person that other people you've not identified is Captani Alvor Panat himself. You
Yeah.
have not identified as Dia Viprin, the leader of the Penitent Constrictus.
Oh yeah.
I'm wondering if that's the gold-faced sun elf.
You've identified them. The gold-faced sun elf you've identified as a Teofurl.
Oh, it's a tail, right? Okay, yes.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You have not identified Varial Uteska, who is a noble from Belmare, same area that Captain Alvor Panat is from, or Alice Trent, or Pieta Itebi. Oh, yeah, that is the list so far.
We
That is
have
not
had a
named.
raid.
Ooh,
Hi, Zombie Melon.
The melon is here with some
Hello,
people's
Zombie.
hello.
Hello.
We're at a
Yay.
masquerade ball mystery undercover extravaganza.
Welcome. Come in. Come in. Come in.
I mean, we're finding
Ateo
out
Go
who-
as well, I should say.
Uh,
If Dewey is passing on information, you know that Ateo Go is a mage conscript, but also
can I
a
just
friend.
say, is it Oteo Forel and Taco Go?
I appear to have messed up. Give me a second.
Yeah, that's fine.
It is Taco Go, sorry. Ateo
Yeah.
for real. Taco Go.
Cool. Okay. I think that I can't remember which one you said, but the one who was friends with. Oh, I can't remember.
So there's a noble friend and a mage friend of the host, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. I just can't remember all the names.
Cool.
Uteska?
Yes, the Uteska individual, and you think that is...
Sorry, who was Uteska again?
Uteska is... Varial Uteska is a noble from Belmare, has known... has probably known the host from a young age.
That one then. That one.
Yeah, I'm
that
going to
was
say you
Uteska.
pretty much got that. Yeah, the white gold masked
That-
moon elf is
that-
Variel Uteska.
Yeah. Then the other one.
Who's purple? Do you think he's the host?
Does look like the host.
I believe only ones not identified on the board at the moment are the black masked Goliath, or Giantkin, I should say. The purple masked, I think I've got him down as a moon elf. No, earth elf, sorry. Purple masked earth elf. The red masked tiefling.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
the
those two.
green masked orc woman,
Yeah.
who seem to be spending a lot of time with each other and seem to be very invested in not just having a good time, but making sure the evening goes well. These two.
Yeah. Could the
I bet
green...
those are the two people that the lovers are away.
The green orc lady, does... No, I don't know. There's too many names.
There's a lot.
Head of the conscripts.
Yes, Iasdia Viprin.
One of those two. Orc lady?
Orc lady is indeed Iasdia Viprin.
Yes. Nice.
Maybe the purple. Who is your Tebby?
Yeah. And
Oh.
who would they be with? Who would they...
I think your Tebby is the tiefling, because I think the host would be mingling more, like the purple guy is.
Oh, which one is Viprin again?
Viprin is the green orc lady. She is the leader
yeah.
of Pentus Conscriptus.
Yes.
Technically
sorry.
subservient to the church as a whole,
Yeah.
but at least an organized structure for the conscript mages.
Just for the sake of the raiders. By the way, we are at a masquerade ball full of people who basically want to kill us, and we
If
have
they
to.
knew who we were.
If they knew
If
who you were.
we have masks on too, but we have to try and guess who they are, without them guessing who we are. They are very, very noble people and heads of all these different organizations, all of which want to kill us in different kinds of ways. That's what we're doing.
The guard is walking about. Can I
Mhm.
see what he's looking for?
Yes, make an insight check.
Who would?
22.
22. They clearly have surveyed the room, spotted somebody that they know to recognize, and are walking purposefully towards the tiefling,
Oh.
and are closing on them.
I was wrong!
Oh, the tiefling. The tiefling is the
Tiefling's
Pinnack. Alvo Pinnack.
You are
Murder
correct.
purple face guy. I understand.
No.
As you see,
The tiefling, yeah? The red tiefling? Yeah.
Red Tiefling is indeed Alvo Panat. As you see, one of the house guard, none too subtly, walks straight towards them and talks to them. Everybody is able to see, and a lot of people are able to make that inference as well. As you see that they stand up from their chair, look around, and talk in hushed tones to the guard.
Oh, that's also...
Nobody can read lips, I believe, and there is music from this distance. Even with passive insight, there's very clearly they are suddenly very tense.
Turn to Dewey, what did you do?
They gesture over to Asdaya,
Turn to do him
comes towards them, and they share a whispered conversation.
Again, for the sake of the raiders, my character wanted to find out room layout of the mansion, so cast a spell and people might have noticed.
Magic's illegal.
Magic is highly illegal.
Soup's illegal. And not only is it soup's illegal, it's the same spell you cast to drop loads of bombs.
Mhm.
Well, message bombs all over Benlicia less than a month ago.
Oh my god, Phil.
And so, as a similar bird swarm surrounds the house, Captain Alvo Panat steps forward. Ladies and gentlemen, I do believe the secret is up. And they take off their mask, and you see an elderly human man who wrinkles around his face. You see the resemblance to Boris at this point. I do not need to take off your mask. I just need command of a room.
Raise my glass to him. Just be like,
Yes. Do be well. Do continue to enjoy your festivities. There is a minor problem. I'm sure you will solve. My member of the guard here. There is something that my guards will deal with, and it will not interfere with the evening. But I would ask that people do not leave the room, if at all possible. Enjoy your evening, and I believe the next dance will start soon. Let's all try to pretend, shall we not? And the mask goes back on, and the horns reappear in spectral
Amazing.
vision.
Ah.
As
How
the
I
know now I was
masquerade
talking to him.
is fracturing just a little at the seams.
How's gonna get up?
Immediate reactions, go for it.
How's gonna get up?
Any of you all seen the original Ghostbusters film?
Yes.
When they get posed the question of like, choose the form of your destroyer, and everyone's like, I don't think of anything, and then Ray Stantz goes, oh.
Yes.
So the immediate reaction of Halite that I can see is that they stand up from their chair and walk across the middle of the room towards
Oh, Jesus.
the purple-faced individual, towards Leluc.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
As everybody's like muttering, like, what's going on? What's going on? I don't understand. And you just like stand up and stomp across. What do you say? As Leluc is like looking around, like sees you.
Did you hear that? Next dance is gonna be on. I saw you on the dance floor.
Yes. How exciting indeed! This is going to be a fantastic dance, and I'm sure this will not interrupt the evenings at all. I'm sure our gracious host has it all under control. Please make a performance check, as they're going to attempt to do the same as this is normal. We're just reacting like any two normal people would, not people who are involved in this.
12.
Okay, they did better. As there's like this a few people. You see what else?
Oh no.
No! You see important information. DM vanishes.
Always in the most uncomplimentary face.
I'm back.
Hi.
Welcome back.
Too much longer. I think other things of note in that moment. Teo works back into the room as a sort of what did I miss kind of moment.
What did I miss?
Nothing. It's fine.
You're there. There's like basically two sides of a room at this point, and at the head, you see this pink-faced dwarf woman fold her arms in a very smug, satisfied moment of this
Told
night is
you.
art, and this is exactly what I wanted moment. The jester is just in his hands.
He's nuts.
You see that they are flanked by another individual on their side here who seems to be part of their party in some description. Any other immediate reactions before Yes. I think Ben did have his hand up just before this all. Yep.
It's okay. Let Bree go first.
No, they might coincide.
Cool.
So I'm gonna wanted before Halite had already gone over, but I'll try and do it subtly now. I want to try and get Lilacs' attention, and very subtly as I can, try and get him to talk inside my head.
Okay. Is there a? I'm assuming just a sort of slight tap on the head kind of thing.
I'm just gonna like, something.
Okay.
But
You do technically look different to how they entered the ball with you, but I'm going to say they recognize you.
But I'm also with everyone else that they.
Literally everyone else.
Yeah. So they are going to see that and like, have a conversation with. Yes, yeah, very strange, and just see you, and you watch their eyes just like focus for a second, and what's going on?
Don't know, but we know who you're looking for.
Please, quickly.
Boring mask up by the head of the table, about to be dancing with Diana.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Fucking of course she is. Okay. This is going to be delicate. This is going to be difficult. Fuck.
Damn a dance, darling.
And then just before he finishes, just let me know if you need a distraction.
We very may well. I think the other person who would react is the black masked individual would begin walking towards Alvor and begin talking in hushed tones with them. Actually, no, they're talking in hushed tones with Alvor and Isdare. Very much like shielding their mask, knowing that people are able to read lips in this world, and having a conversation with them. Person that we know now is how the Tiring would not want to be completely on their own, so would go over to where other people are. I'm going to flip a coin by rolling a dice. They're going to come over to your table. And what do you think is going on?
I don't know. Said we shouldn't leave.
It's
a bit weird.
Very strange. That's about as far as they get. Diana, are you doing anything?
Yeah, so I guess a little bit of the hushed to tell Zeke I'm gonna go dance with Alexus, and then go over and when the music starts I'll ask for a dance.
Just before she does, I'm just gonna get her attention. Just go. Keep an eye on at least one of us at all times, and do that thievy thing when you need to panic.
Absolutely, having a look at and getting vibe checks. That is exactly what I'm brilliant at. Let's go.
No. Don't get vibe checks off her. Get vibe checks off. Give vibe checks to Taxes.
Give vibe checks. Okay, cool.
Basically,
Got
do
it.
we need to run?
Yeah.
Okay. As you go forward and do that, Alexis looks towards you. There is a mask over her face, but you can sense the smugness like a radiating heat that's coming off her. As David, that appears to be going rather poorly, quite quickly. What a shame. But I did promise you a dance. She turns towards the mage that is in charge of like controlling the instruments, and she doesn't like have to wave or click a finger. She just looks, and mage and begins starting another dance, another classic Colovian, old Colovian, proper Colovian noble dance. As she extends a hand towards you and begins leading you to the center of the dance floor.
I do the same to Lelic.
You do the same to Lelic. I'm going to move you both into the center as you are the first couple. But Lelic right beside.
Oh no,
where'd you go?
he's gone.
I run through the wall.
You
I
did
said I
say
would.
you wanted to
Where
smash
did you
through a wall.
go? You're like miles away.
They
What happened to
they
me?
were both. I think you highlighted them both. Where you gone?
Yeah,
Where are they
somehow.
now?
Sorry about that. Want to go to the bathroom?
Where's Lala gone?
Regardless, the first two to take the floor are Lelic. Yeah, Lelic's off the screen now. A new Lelic is needed.
A wild Leluc appears. Ding.
There he is. And plop. And there he is.
Pokemon. What?
He doesn't have his name yet. But we know who he is. As the first to take the floor are Leluc, Alexus Tremanis, and Halite and Diana.
I'll try and give Leluc some eyes to be like, read my mind.
They begin to softly read your mind.
And I tell them exactly what Zeke did. and then everyone else as well.
They roll their like burning coals of eyes in this illusion back as far as they possibly can, as people slowly begin to circle. But for right now, it is you four in the middle of the dance.
Is that
floor.
it? That's literally it.
Currently,
No one
it is-
else.
At the
I
moment,
can't dance, so I'm
it
not doing
is-
it.
Don't do that. Yeah.
Alexis,
You should ask
Leluc,
the Google Mask.
Halite, and Diana in the middle of the dance floor as we stop for today's session and will rejoin next time. Suspicions are up, tensions are high. You know who Alexis is. Leluc is going to work on how to get past the defenses, but you need to know where those defenses are, and then you need to get there under extreme scrutiny.
Another
But
raid.
We have just been raided.
oh,
Again.
another raid!
Which means we're gonna have to do this
Ooh.
really awkward fucking dance.
You know what? We could do this awkward dance as a quick 10-minute tail off.
Cool. Hi, raiders.
Hello.
Seeing that initially it's just you four, the music changes slightly into this strange jig, where partners exchange quite a lot.
Yeah, cool.
And a lot of people are passing over.
Damn it.
So to start with, obviously it is the partners you brought with you. So Leluc is reading your mind, Halite, as you tell them what they already know.
And I also I wanted to do this before, and I had to keep going with it.
Mm-hmm.
I also tell them, Dewey let us know what he did with the birds.
Yes.
I also think of that in my head, and to maybe let him know, like, maybe this is why this is the alerted.
For fuck's sake.
Maybe.
How obvious could you? Okay. But they are maintaining their face is perfect composure, like dancing with you and like bowing in the different dances kind of thing. As in their heads, they are swearing like a sailor. And just like,
I'm trying to give him.
How
I'm trying
could
to
you
give him as
fucking
much.
fuck this up so badly? I don't understand how he could possibly fuck this up so badly. And how? Why am I meant to do this? Just
And
make sure I can dance near her, for fuck's sake.
And then there's me who is genuinely like, I am utterly shitting a brick, and also see like how much how much charm I can turn on with this person. Oh, before she just gets me killed or arrested for harassment.
Leluc also reads in his mind how his mind's like, I like dancing.
Shut up. Shut up to your mind. Your entire mind just needs to shut up.
Oh.
They dance around.
What a
there's a moment
lovely dance.
where there is a handoff. Are you going to hand them off to each other, or are you going to try and take Leluc to Diana?
Depends
Or
what looks the most natural.
There's
Yeah,
a
We're right
slight,
next to each other.
there's a
hand them
slight
off.
nod from Leluc of, yeah, let me.
Yeah, hand them off to each other.
Okay.
And then there's me and Halite. Hello.
Hey.
Hey.
So you two are now dancing in this jig with each other in the middle of this room. Not looking quite like yourselves, but dancing in this space.
I mean, I do.
You can hear it. It's audible to you, Alexus. So, individual watch yourselves, must be an interesting night for yourself. And be like, I don't think you know who I am exactly. It's like, oh, I've had some guesses, but, so difficult to tell. Everybody's so defensive these days. our defenses are always up, our walls are always up for blocking us. And I'm gonna roll some things here.
I may as well. Me and Diana's like, oh, I saw you dancing with that jester guy. You did
I've got
good.
an appropriately aquamarine blue dice to represent Leluc here.
Nice.
Thanks. Yeah, I saw you dancing too.
I will note there was a +1 in chat a while ago that no one used.
Yeah.
Just bring that out there in there. Just bring it out there.
I mean, that was from yourself, but we do give you permission to use it for Leluc. It's okay.
Oh yeah, it was. Yeah, you're red eye target. Shit.
Okay, so that resolves as that. And then I need to do this.
I'm gonna say as well to highlight. I see you picked a sun elf.
Yeah.
We got another +1. Yeah.
Yeah, I always thought they were quite pretty.
They have good skin, I guess.
But you as well are a matching pair.
Yes. But you're very tall.
Yeah, that's true.
Interesting choice.
Where do you hail from? Oh, just give us rough, keeping up the whole thing.
Oh, fairly local. Fairly local. Yeah.
I'm from the west myself.
Great, cool. Yeah. Yeah.
I am just getting more and more alarmed at the mathematics that.
So the vibe that Taxus is getting is a very awkward conversation between the extras.
That is the vibe, and she shoots you a look every so often.
You
what's
see
Halak's vibe?
Leluc and Alexus, if you just look at them, you see that they are no longer talking. Are you sort of staring at each other in this strange, like direct eye contact as they're going? They both seem to be aware that the other is doing something.
Is it about time we switch?
But then
I don't think so.
Like you go to switch and they're continuing in this dance with each other.
I don't.
It looks like they are not quite done with whatever they're trying to do. And as they're doing that, you see Leluc look down and go, "Really, those shoes?" And you, Diana, particularly, I think, as a bard, you have not heard words uttered with those cadence in a while. I don't think it's any kind of check for you to have a flashback to a brief moment where you're. Okay, this is a question for me about your backstory.
Oh. Uh-oh.
Did you, as a child, did your mother ever take you to the Tower of the Winding Paths? Or were ever any students from the towers? Did you ever interact with any of them at all?
Did your mum bring her home? Did her work home with her?
Or did
I could
it
imagine
unwillingly come in?
that she may have gone maybe the once. Maybe?
Okay. Yeah, I think that makes sense. You gain this you have this flashback of like words being uttered in that cadence of undercutting someone in a just split-second reaction. As these silvery barbs come out of the tongue of Leluc Rents and undercut whatever Alexus is trying to do to resist Leluc. Alexus is trying to resist something, and Leluc undercuts him just in this moment. And you watch as they take one step out of place in the dance before coming back into place. As they continue the rest of the dance, and whenever there is another step to rejoin, they eagerly offer out a hand. Yeah, you're aware of this spell. You know what that spell was. But it was not so subtle that it could be missed. Certainly not by Alexus. Maybe not by people in the room. As you are a center of attention at the moment. As Lelik looks to join somebody else as a dance partner here.
So I'm joining Alexus now.
No.
Cool.
No.
So Lelik takes you as a partner. Yes.
If I'm noticing that this is going as poorly as it's going, I'm gonna grab Dewey's hand.
Cute.
Hey there,
And
little
just
buddy.
go. It's like time to make a scene. I'm just gonna pull
No!
him into the center of the
Oh my
dance floor,
God.
and I'm just gonna go. Teach me to dance, and I'm gonna I'm gonna try and be like the kid that wants to learn to dance. So they look at me instead of goddamn Lelek, and
Isn't it sweet stroke obnoxious?
yes, like
Okay.
like try and get more people on the dance floor because the kid's kind of being kind of awkward, but he's kind of trying to be kind of nice. Like
You're trying to draw attention away from them and towards you. This is definitely a charisma roll. I'm going to say performance is probably the best, if not persuasion, because you're trying to. Well, you're not talking to people, persuading them to look towards you.
Can I assist?
I'm the dance partner. Should I assist with
I'm going
that?
to say you roll your own roll as well.
yeah, roll your own because you
give
being
advantage
good
to
makes
someone?
sense, and me being bad makes sense.
Can I give an advantage to someone?
We have a
by
plus
going like,
one
Is
as
that
well.
child belong? Does that child belong to you?
We have a plus one as well.
I'm going to say that there are
17.
detriments to breaking
17,
this
yeah,
moment,
17's
so
all right.
you can give a help action to one of them, but you
It's
are going
fine.
to have some detriment to you what you're trying to do here as well, if that is the
It's
case.
fine. It's fine.
I'm gonna
So long
17.
as so do we take the +1 to make it an 18, and I'm a kid who can't dance. It doesn't matter that I got a 7. It's not even a performance at this point. I just suck at dancing.
It's okay. So you've got to put your left leg in, and then
Left leg
back,
out.
and then you put your left leg out.
I'm gonna, unfortunately for you, Dewey, I'm gonna stumble around the floor quite a bit, and
Okay.
and I'm gonna let my color rise to make it look like I'm embarrassed by it. I'm gonna do the kid thing of I really want to be good, but
He's a
can't,
grown-up.
and as many faces on me as possible.
Do the cute kid thing where you step on his shoes and you're dancing like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it comes to, I will.
Okay. Dewey, did you make a
Yeah, I got fucking 18.
18?
What's that
You
for?
are able to
+1 performance check.
even with child, everybody's looking towards. They saw something happen, but they are distracted immediately by the fact that kid just went up to dance, and with the do elf no less, and that they danced really well earlier, and they're doing really well, and everybody's looking towards them. Halleck, you are dancing with Alexus Tremanis, who is like hand in hand with you, just like spinning around with you. Her eyes are not on you at all. She is staring daggers towards that fire genasi.
My apologies, you're quite short in comparison to me.
We just got another raid.
She pays no attention. Oh my god, another raid. Are people
You're
okay?
never going to be allowed to go to sleep. Hi, guys.
She spins around with you, but her eyes are not on you. She is looking directly towards that fire genasi. She knows something has happened, but she does not know. Lelik looks towards you. Says, I know what we need to do. I don't know where her room is. I know it's blue. And I know that if you open the pages, you need to utter Osnan's prayer of mercy before you open it. Otherwise, just bad shit will happen.
Shit.
But everything she has is in there. Those are her defenses. It came right to the front of her mind. I delved deeper, and I got the exact wording of the prayer. It's correct. She knows I did something, but she doesn't know who I am. I'm still technically in her mind. She's not fucking happy. Just.
Okay, switch.
I'm going to try and make a hot exit, but
Okay,
you need to
switch-
send someone fast, okay? So either you signal to your friend, I'm going to try and keep this dance going as long as possible, because as soon as this dance ends, she's going to confront me.
Is that in my head? Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. And then proceeding to I'm going to look at taxes, give the vibe. Not sure like how to convey any of that. And then can I do the eyes to Lelak and be like, you need to tell somebody else who can do something about it, for fuck's sakes.
He's like, oh, fuck. Okay, switch me with the child. Ready?
No.
Ready? 1, 2, 1, 2.
Bump into him and go on his feet.
Yeah.
Let's go.
But suddenly you're dancing with a child, and you are suddenly dancing with Alexus, who has tried to dance towards you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Has tried to dance to be in with Lelik again, as you have passed off. And it's like staring daggers.
I'm gonna try and dance Alexis away from the group because I want her all to myself.
Here is how this is going to go.
I like to imagine that by the time this whole dance thing's happened, Tax has already gone to the brew room, got the stuff, came back.
Basically.
And you're like,
because here's how this is going to go. There is currently an Alubria's dance happening in the room. Every 6 seconds, you change partners. If we spend a whole round with Lelik dancing with Alexis is going to try and pry back and figure out who Lelix is going to try and read their mind, and is going to try and break open this whole thing, exposing you. If you can keep her away by dancing her away, without her having to bolt across, which she's not going to do, because she wants to keep this up as well. She doesn't want to be, oh, I spoiled your evening. She wants to be, this evening was spoiled because magic spoils things.
Right.
So she's going to try and not be the reason this evening was spoiled. So, what's going to happen here is, as we are dancing around, Lelik is dancing with Zeke.
Zeke.
Catches the eyes of Taxes, opens the mind, and says, blue room, hopefully you know which floor by now, and you do. You know it is this floor, and you know it is either the upper right of, I'm going to point to them with arrows. There is one here, there is one here. You know it is not this room, because you know that is the Farringham room, and you know there is one here. Only one of these has blue carpet, and that is the room which she's in. He says, the prayer of Osden's mercy is how you stop the thing going off. We're going to stall as long as you can, figure this out, and we'll buy you as much time as we can. This dance, you're going to continue to dance and keep her away as long as you can. And we're going to see how long Taxes can be given to keep this up. Yes, Ben.
Just to remind you, because it's something I stated right back when we got here last time, Scar is sitting in one of these trees. I have purposely brought him along that if I need...
Yes, you have Scar in there. And the other thing I should say, due to Dewey's Gambit, you know which room the blue room is. You know it's the top right. You know it's this room.
Yes. Scar is waiting for a command. I'm going to make him dive bomb the window if it even looks like she's getting close to him.
You have many, many tricks up your sleeve to keep this dance going.
It is the last-ditch effort that I am going to make of if she looks like she's about to get in contact with Lelek and none of us can get in the way, is to make as big a scene as possible.
Okay. We are going to do it like this. Whoever is dancing with her has to contest her Otherwise, she will go the direction she wants. If not, she will go the direction she wants.
I'll be
And
dancing.
Lelik will always be trying to move away.
Yeah.
Currently, let me put people where they are.
So me-
Because currently, this is the configuration. Actually, no. Who is she dancing with currently?
Me. Yeah.
You. Yes. So you're currently on opposite sides of the dance. If she ends the round and she's with Lelik, well, she starts a round, she is going to try and read his mind. It's not a done thing, but it happens, but he's going to have to try and resist that. There are many things that can affect this. Are people comfortable with the constraints of this challenge in this moment?
Yeah, it's every 6 seconds, roll initiative for dance.
Yeah. I'm going to say there's less of an initiative at this point. I'm going to start this with Taxes, who has the mission. Taxes. You have the mission. You know where you need to go. You need what you need to say to do it safely. Leaving this room, you know people are going to try and stop you unless you do it stealthily. But it is your turn. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna try and stealth my way through.
Cool. Make a stealth check, as people are very much paying attention to the rapid fiery jig that's happening in the middle of a room as people are staring each other down.
Yes. I was gonna say I'm gonna keep towards the walls as most part as I can, like away from people.
Yeah,
If they're
easy
focused on the
enough.
center. Cool.
Nobody's paying attention to the outside of a room that you are aware of.
17.
17. Okay. Yeah, you look around. There's a moment where everybody's just looking towards the center, and like some people are clapping along. Like, yeah, let's continue to have fun. It's a strange moment. Let's continue to have fun. You go through the door. You're about to, and you slowly close it behind you. There is no noise. It clicks behind you. There is nobody in this corridor at the moment except guards at the very end. But there's a pillar blocking you here. That is your turn, I believe. That is your movement and your action to get that far.
Yeah.
Cool. We rejoin the jig. Alexus is trying to beat you in a dexterity performance to naturally move herself towards Lelik.
Yeah. So I just so my performance plus dex.
Performance plus dex, so proficiency plus dex, and now
plus proficiency, because you said
double proficiency. So essentially, give yourself expertise in this. So +6 plus dex and the dice roll.
Fuck. I can't do maths.
I'm gonna save some time. She rolled a natural 20.
Okay, cool. So yeah, it's because I'm still a bit confused. So so my base stat is +6. Then it's plus dex. It's 8.
What is your dexterity modifier?
So that
It's not using it. It's not using a charisma modifier.
No. So I'm
So what's your
proficient.
dex modifier?
What's your dex modifier?
So +2.
+2. So +6 because you have expertise in this particular dance I'm allowing. So you have +8 to whatever you add on the roll 20. Roll 20 plus 8.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, you're not using your
okay, cool. That's 17. So
17.
No.
So yeah.
Sure.
You know the dance as well as she does. But she quick steps a moment, twirls, and when you come back, you look like you realize you were dancing with Dewey and not her. As she has switched places there.
What?
Shit. Hello.
She's now dancing with Hala and working towards Lelik, who is continuing to dance with Zeke.
Can I?
Mm-hmm.
We're trying to stay in this uniformed thing, correct?
Yes.
Where am I gone?
Right there, you're on top.
You are current. Yeah.
Dewey
is yeah.
Ooh.
Dewey. Be there, bud. Otherwise, nobody can see you on stream.
I'm not there though.
Now he is.
I'm not
We
there.
all see you right there.
He's right. He's right there. Dewey is right here.
I can't see myself. Can you look? Just look at the stream.
You are
can
right
see
there.
it.
Oh,
Oh, there I am.
that is...
Hello.
That was weird.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that's
That
fine.
was so weird.
Cool.
I don't know what I can do. Can I? Okay, never mind. I don't know what to do. Continue.
I wanted to speak to her. Oh no.
I mean, I tried. I got brick walled.
Yeah.
This is how the round starts. She seems intent on getting towards this fire genasi, but clearly fucked with her head in some way, and may still be messing with her head.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I would like to be the next one to try and interact with her.
Okay. I'm going to say that you prepare, and in this moment, she's clearly going to try and dance with him. You're going to try and pull her into a dance on this side, and let Lelik switch over to Halite.
Yeah.
Cool. And we're going to have a conversation as that switch happens. It's going to essentially be your dancing performance versus hers.
It's a weird dance battle. Can I try to assist him by giving her to him?
I'm going to allow that. Yeah, I'm going to say that you will have advantage on your dex performance.
Would it be my performance? Oh, never mind.
Again, it's going to be next round, but hold it as a 23. We'll hold that. We'll hold that as a 23.
Okay.
Taxes. There are these guards here. They are clearly at the end, and they are looking down. They seem to be on some kind of alert. Might be distractible, might be... but they are looking down the corridor at the moment. You have to get round this pillar to either past them, which you know is some kind of entrance. I'm going to reveal the map at this point.
I was going to say, is this here like a doorway? Yeah.
So you know there are routes, essentially. There is a route in here and up here. Or is there a route around here and up this way?
So
If you wish to go by the door and not by the window.
There's a window? No,
There's a window here.
Go back to the menu.
That's going to take too long now. Okay, all I'm going to try and sneak around the pillar and go down the corridor.
Cool. Make me a stealth check. They are looking right down a well-lit corridor. I'm going to make it as part of the stealth check you try and distract them. So make me a stealth check, and they are going to make perception checks because they are actively looking for anything.
Why is that not rolling? Oh, I got bless.
Use it.
It's a +4s. Not a D4, isn't it?
D4.
17.
17 is enough. There is a... You hug the pillar.
Okay.
You pick up... You take a coin, or like... No, what are you... You're like wearing... You're
Ball
wearing a real
bearings
dress.
are so
Yeah, you're wearing
fucking
a real
good.
dress. You take part of it, you
bearings.
throw it over to the corner like a bead that acts as a ball bearing. It bounces off of the corner. They look towards it, and in that split moment where the periphery is blocked, you just hug around the corner, and you are gone like a shadow around the corner. Move
Ball
as far as
bearings.
your remaining movement and bonus action movement will allow you to do.
Oh, bonus action as well. Okay.
Yeah. Dash.
As we are back, 23 to try and dance her away. She is dancing around. She is trying to connect with Lelik. 23. There is a moment where she spins you around Halite and she reaches towards, and then there is just a slight undercut as Lelik dips underneath her, spins her, and grabs Halite's hand, and they swap places in the dance. As she is becoming increasingly aware that she is being kept away, but the dance is staying up. The jig keeps an increasingly tense pace.
With my 23, can I argue that I can use my drunken technique to stagger her away from him, please.
Yes, you can.
You're
So
not
I am
drunk.
going to. It's drunken master. So I am
Oh,
going
now
to.
it is.
Attempt, I am going to attempt to stagger her right back to the end by being just a bad dancer, which has been established.
She was headed in this direction. This is where she was throwing her force. So I'm going to say that you essentially get. I'm going to rule this as you giving her disadvantage on her next attempt to try and move towards people. Is how I'm going to say this, because you can't move her right back because that's for where you don't want her to go. But disadvantage on her attempts to try and move places next time.
Okay, that's fine. And I will
Probably
keep
doesn't
doing
help
that for as
dancing
long as
unless,
possible,
like,
but
a
I can keep a
9-year-old
hold
on
of
your
her.
feet.
And I'm just going to go, "You're really good at dancing, miss."
She's not paying any attention to you. Her eyes are just staring at the Genasi.
Not for me. I'm speaking loudly for everyone else.
Yeah.
I'm the little kid who's learning to dance. She's now the asshole for not being nice to the kid.
At the end of this round, you see a yellow-faced tabaxi woman steps forward and says, "You with a diamond mask, would you like to dance?" She's going to roll check.
Oh no.
And you watch as this individual joins the dance as well on the end. And they are joining in with the jig.
Oh shit.
As she's looking, like, trying to be helpful and making this a longer column that you can separate them. She doesn't know what's going on, but she knows that you clearly are trying to separate them. Top of a round, taxes. You are able to get up to the door. It is locked.
And I'm going to unlock it.
Make a Thieves' Tools check.
So I always forget what thieves' tool is.
Dex plus your proficiency, if you're proficient.
So this would be a
I love this map. It looks like fucking like not Rainbow Six Siege shit. It does look like Rainbow Six Siege shit.
that's a 9.
9. You
Oh no,
try
sorry,
the lock.
10.
10.
That's
You try the lock.
Bless. You have bless still. Last for a minute.
Bless isn't going to do
yeah.
it, unfortunately, on a
yeah.
10. You try the lock, and there's just as one of the lock picks nearly breaks. You see that it is molded out of shape. You can try and flatten it back out, but that is this round trying to get this lock open and not succeeding. You cast a quick glance to your left of this statue that is covered in candlelight at the bottom. It is of Emperor Osman in his glory.
Oh my god.
In the middle of this place here. It looks like a religious statue or something.
Banging.
Back on the dance hall. Alexus is going to try and dance forward. If she fails by 5 or more, or she's less than 5 from people trying to get her the other way, she's going to go in the other direction, away from Alec. So, she now has disadvantage because of your drunken master action stumbling her. She's getting to her feet. I believe we established it is Halite who has as the dance partner of Lelik, who is trying to keep Lelik away.
Cool. I am going to roll performance. +2. That's a 23.
Shit.
She stumbles, comes barreling towards where she's trying to go. You spin her around in a wide arc, and she is now dancing with Colleen Farringham.
Oh god.
As Halibut Tyree is now here, and Lelik is on the opposite side.
You missed
the
that,
column.
Phil. Colleen
As
is
they-
getting involved. Oh no.
As Colleen just
Yikes.
fluffy ears, just like hair on the back of her neck, just dancing with. She doesn't know exactly who, but she knows that you guys are not friends.
Can I use a persuasion check and like yell out to the crowd, "Come on! When did this party become so still?" Try to
Make
encourage other people to.
Yeah, make a persuasion check.
as I'm doing this, like, do I get advantage because I'm doing this like luscious
Hey,
like twirl?
Can I give the
You
help
are-
action by
I
saying,
can get the
"Come
help.
on, it's fun"?
I will allow that as
Okay.
a
Or yeah, can I look at the jester in
24.
particular and be like,
yeah.
come on, you don't
Oh,
leave
yeah.
us
If you
die,
look towards the
Jake.
jester, it's like no roll needed for the jester. The jester's looking towards us. That this does look fun, and is going to jump in with a 19. They join in, as does Jared Farringham, looking far towards the other side, and Colleen Farringham, as hands are met in the middle, and the jig
My dancing with highlight
recommences.
again.
But
Hello.
on the not too far away, a few walls between them, Taxes, this lock. You've got to get it.
I have to try and pick it again, or do I have to?
You can try and pick it again. Absolutely.
Cool.
Still your breath. Calm your mind.
So D plus. Wow. So it's 10, 11, 12. I'll use my bless.
Use your bless. Come on.
14.
14. You just feel the tumbler turning, slips. It's not there.
Like.
Back on the dance floor. Now you have two people who are trying to get towards people you don't necessarily want them towards. Colleen is going to try and stop Alexus Tremanis from getting further and keep her with her. The jester is trying to keep.
Get to me.
Yeah, I'm just going to roll these and see what happens. Okay. So that's those two. And that's those two. Okay. So you watch as the jester spins around and gets Leluc in their embrace in a very quick, quickening the pace with Jig. They look like they're going to try and keep from here no matter what. These fix Leluc in place. At the same time, you watch as Alexus and Colleen go into an extremely fast-paced jig to the point where Alexus has to pay attention to what she's doing for the first time. And Colleen almost slides around and then pulls an arm as Alexus is about to fall over onto the ground and pulls her back in and manages to keep her exactly where she is in an expert dance.
I was going to
sequence
say,
that everybody's
is
clapping
Colleen,
along to.
is Colleen continuing to roll baller though?
Colleen rolled a natural 20 versus Alexis's natural
See
19.
why I like her.
To keep her exactly where they are. They are still on opposite ends, but this jester looks like they are trying to keep Leluc perfectly in place.
In the meantime, I
don't think Leluc is going to be able to get away as easily anymore.
I'm dancing my life.
Oh yes, and you are now dancing with Jared Farringham, who has heard some rumours.
Oh God, no!
I would like to.
Not about whom. No,
I
nobody
wanna-
said
I-
who-
No mention of who, but you did exit the garden
At the
after
same
her
time, and then dance
and join her to dance.
immediately afterwards. It's pretty obvious.
In fact, I'm going to roll for Jared. He's
Oh,
not
Oh.
an incredibly insightful man. He's not particularly attentive to who his individual indents are.
Oh shit.
But he's not
Okay, well, I'm
an entire fool.
like
There's no way he doesn't know who's for servants, huh?
Okay. Continues to dance. He's looking towards you. Anybody else wish to do anything before we go back to Taxes trying to break into his room?
Am I still dancing with highlight?
You are
Oh.
still dancing with Halite at the moment, unless you wish to change places at all.
switch highlight with the diamond guy, because then we are.
No, I was gonna try and switch. I would like to switch with Dewey. I want to dance with Jared.
Yeah.
Farringham. I feel that is important.
I'll say that happens. There's just a brief glance of confusion and ire towards the individual who exited the gardens with his daughter before They are danced away, and they are dancing with a sun elf.
Hello again.
Hal moved the diamond guy down.
We
We need to be in the way.
I also want to
we'll
keep
move
an
the diamond guy
eye.
around.
I also want to keep an eye on Alexus.
Yeah. Alexis
we're
is down the other end, but she's still staring, apart from a brief moment where she has to physically stop herself to like pay attention to what she's doing because Colleen is dancing her in circles.
I'm gonna continue with my yell of excitement. Come on, there's plenty of room. Dance with us.
It looks like most people who are going to dance at the moment are, but that you think keeping this up, you think the more you keep, it's worth saving it for bursts rather than every 6 seconds.
Okay.
You intuit that, but if you keep saying, come on, like the same way that if like there's a couple of people dancing and come on, then people don't. But if you save it for like the big crescendo, then people will come.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Taxes. It's fucking long. You
It's
know you nearly had it. You know you really nearly had it.
I'm done.
Over 10.
How noisy is this place? Fucking
This
break
far
the lock
away?
in.
Not that
roll a
noisy.
5.
Again, there's a window.
Is there a window into the room?
There's a
Is it
window
you have to
It's
go
on the
outside.
outside.
You'd have to go
and around
outside and
To the
around.
back. You can go outside to the bathroom.
There's a door here though.
There's a door here. You would have to go. I'm going to paint this in green so we have some distinction. You would have to go out here, around here, and through this window.
I'm gonna do that then.
You've hidden it now,
Right.
Sam.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay, I'm gonna do that.
How tall
Cool.
is the wall?
You use your action to try and pick it, but you can use your action and bonus, just kicking the door as you go, around a sprint.
Is that locked as well?
No. This door is not locked.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna kick it then.
On a flat luck check, the couple who are making out right down at the bottom do not come back. They've been doing that for the last hour solidly.
Wow. That is.
All love teenagers.
But that is as far as you get on this round. Alexis is going to try and move out of Colleen's grasp towards Lelik.
This is funny because from my perspective, this guy here is just watching these two just make out.
Yes, absolutely. Like, I know that mask.
That's my wife.
That's my wife.
Just
Is that
been.
my
Okay.
brother?
And privacy, turn around, thank you.
Oh.
Everybody's watching the dance. This time, Alexis is expecting the twirl, turns it around, puts off Colleen off balance, who has to take a step, and by the time she turns around, she is trying to dance towards you. She is going to replace one of you. Ben, what would you like to do?
Probably a bad idea, but let's have a go. Can we possibly get her in the center of the three of us dancing and try and dance around her? Like,
Don't want to do that.
like big and get her to like be a center of attention?
Nah.
You
That's
would
too
know
much.
that there's nothing in like this
That's
jig.
I don't know.
weird.
I'm just
Yeah.
asking. I don't do.
No,
I
of
don't
course.
do-
Yeah. It's worth asking. It's worth asking, but you know that would upset the jig, and it's upsetting this delicate balance of everything is fine.
Trust the system.
Everything is fine.
Everything is fine.
Hal, are you a better
+5.
dancer? Yeah, then I'll switch with and be with Colleen.
You switch places, and with Colleen, Lelik is going to try and switch, but the jester is being overly enthusiastic. They are not playing by the rules of this is how the dance works. They are being over charismatic, over zealous.
Can I because I want to be with the jester, can I?
Make this is a
Darling.
persuasion check because the jester has a job right now, and they realize that they do.
Yeah. But it's the dance of your life. Or what am I doing? Persuasion.
DC 22, I think, is going to be reasonable because they have a job.
28.
You extend a hand and dance to them, and they know they have a job, and they extend them towards you. Are you trying to join them where they are, or get them to join you where you are?
You join me.
Okay, you switch places, and the jester joins you. I said, you stay. As they continue to dance with you. Anybody else? No? Okay.
Yeah.
Taxes. There's a window in front of you.
Can I open the window?
It looks
It's
like
locked.
there is a small lock on there. It's much less than a door lock.
Oh, for fuck's sakes.
You know how to pick a window lock like this. You take out a flat blade, you jam it in underneath, and you push it around to try and open the latch. It's techniques. This is again thieves' tools. The DC is significantly lower.
Here comes that one.
Oh, wow. I know how to do fucking windows. Okay.
Up it comes. In the same
She got a
smooth
19.
motion, it's popped up. But your action, the window is open. It's small enough that you could crawl or dive through. There are a couple of plants. It's not going to be as clean as you hoped, or not as clean as an open door, but there's a way in there.
For the stream, that was an 18, by the way.
There's an 18.
I'm gonna
Thieves' tools.
climb through.
You land on a soft bed, blue sheeting with blue carpet in front of you. Right room, definitely the right room.
Where did they say the pins were?
They didn't, but there is a desk next to you.
It's like right there.
I gotta say a prayer, haven't I? I said prayer. Say
Jesus
Austin's prayer.
Christ.
Please make me a religion check to try and recant Osnard's prayer of mercy.
Could I argue that they would have an advantage on that because they grew up in the Empire?
Yeah.
And would
As a human.
As a human, and probably in a noble family, and probably would have gone to church quite often.
I'm going to significantly reduce the DC rather than give advantage, if that makes sense.
Okay, I'm gonna use my bless.
Oh, for fuck's sakes.
14.
Don't you have a thing?
14.
Don't you have a thing to do with the scribes?
Not for religion, that's
The
for history.
prayer of mercy is an oldie. It is something you have been growing up on since you were very young. You know it off by heart.
Oh,
You recant the prayer of mercy very, very quickly through bated breath as you're trying to catch your breath, having run for the last nearly 30 seconds at this point. Dive through a window. Our Lord and Savior, who is merciful, who is great, as you have a book in front of you. And you watch as a glyph on the front begins to fade. Next turn, you're going to be able to start looking for real secrets as you're beginning to leaf through this. And now you're on this stage where you're really going to get some secrets. But we are back to the dance floor. As Alexus is beginning to tire with her patience. She looks to Halibut tire. As the dance goes around, you see she whispers something in his ear, and she does not need to make a roll as she trades places with him.
Can I try and stop this from happening with a sleight of hand? Can I trip Halibut?
Make a sleight of hand check to try and do this stealthily.
Oh, God.
15. 15.
You have advantage? Oh yeah, because of
Cold
runes.
as ice.
You trip them enough. I'm gonna roll for.
Maybe I'll go with them.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No. Yeah. You're able to trip them enough that Halibut has to lean forward, grabs onto Dewey, and pushes himself back up. In order to, and they do not get to swap because Alexus was relying on that, and Halibut fucked up the move so much because you just extended out a leg, and Alexus does not get to swap this turn. Jared wants to go south. Lalek wants to stay exactly where they are. So they dance expertly. It's just a question of who they swap with. You see Jared is coming towards you, Diana. Do you try and palm the jester off, or are you trying to stay with?
I want to stay with the jester.
You try and stay with the jester.
It's like a battle of titans over here.
Make a dance check. +8, I think we established.
Yeah.
10. I got a 2.
Not enough. As the jester dances you around, and as you go to extend a hand back, it is Jared Farringham's hand instead that you are holding.
Oh no, I'm all the way down here.
No, sorry. Jared Farringham, there. Like that.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah,
Alright,
that makes
okay.
sense.
Hi.
Hi again.
Anything else in the dance battle in the middle?
Yes, I want to hold my reaction that if it looks like she's about to actually get out of Hal's grip, that I'm going to stagger into her with my drunken technique.
Okay.
Again, I want to be perpetually giving her disadvantage on every time that she's
I
trying
have a
to get
thing
away
as well,
from
but
me.
it is the last.
Mm-hmm.
Taxes. Book is in front of you. It's not indexed, it's more like a journal than anything, but you see leaves of paper shoved in certain degrees. It's organized, but in a way you don't quite understand. You're going to make me investigation checks.
Can I argue something different?
Bum.
Can I argue something different? So,
Argue.
I have a bag of holding. Could I argue that I brought a bag of holding in with me as a purse?
You can take this with you. It will be obvious that it is stolen.
But if I already know.
No, she suspects something's happened. She doesn't know what's happened.
Yeah.
It's one of those things of if we take it, then all the secrets in there might not be worth anything because she.
Okay.
Because
Cool.
if they're codes or whatever, they can just be changed.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, no worries. Okay, cool. I'll do investigations then.
The DC for investigation is 12. If you roll a 15 or higher, okay.
It's 20.
On a 15 or higher, okay. Here's what's going to happen. You're going to roll a d20 twice, as though you have advantage, and I'm going to tell you roughly what your eyes scan as you sort of channel your key into this moment, as you're speed reading this, and you're picking out things that grab your attention.
Can I suggest something that Taxis might have done in the past, potentially, if she's a avid book stealer? Like the thing of putting like a piece of paper and then rubbing it with charcoal to copy the pages.
That's,
Yeah.
You can't do that, can you?
Well,
You can't do that.
You can do that with
Like
engravings, but
embossed, like
engravings.
engravings and like.
How heavy-handed is she?
can I grab
She's,
like?
she's the head mage, probably not.
I'm going to say continue to go. So you roll 2d20, yeah? Just
Yeah,
as
got it.
d20.
4
and a 15. Okay, let me look at my list. You, as you're scanning past quickly, you know you have a choice in this moment to absorb information either about the mages of the Winding Paths or something called a Blood Seal Scroll, something that you are aware that you have encountered in the past, something that's come up in our prequels. That contains a message of some kind.
Go with the mages of the Winding because we are looking for all the mages and stuff.
Cool. You flip back to know where you know that page was. You start reading it as quickly as you can. You see a list of mages that are missing from the attack on the Winding Paths. You see a few that you do not recognize, but one that you do recognize that is a mage that was not accounted for in that attack is Thalia Essus. You would know enough about, I believe you would know enough about Elven naming conventions to know that that is Diana's mother. She was not found, she was not killed at the attack. She's missing. She is still actively missing. There are a few there. You see that some of them are confirmed dead. Some of them are confirmed as in the Archivicula. What the Archivicula is, you do not know at this moment.
Damn it.
Okay, so I think that sounds like we are going to rejoin this battle of the dance in the middle of a hall, trying to buy as much time as possible for taxes to gain as much information as they can. As it looks like the patience of keeping this all a facade is beginning to wear thin. We will rejoin our party, the Rapid Riders, as they try and gather as much information as they can in as little time as they have. And we will bring this up next time.
Yeah. Thank you so much, everybody,
Zen.
for going so late. Thank you, Sarah. Appreciate it. Thank you, Sam, so much. It was amazing. Next week, I might actually dress up.
Masquerade.
For the masquerade, because I've been meaning to do it the last 2 weeks and I haven't done it. But next week, I might actually do it. So, yes, watch this space. Alright, cool. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
See you next time.
Said we're done.